Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the Middle Age Guys, and we're going to jump into and look at another trailer today. The trailer that we're looking at right now is the official trailer that was dropped out by 20th Century Fox for the upcoming Dark Phoenix movie. Before we get into all of that, let's get all the introductions out of the way. I am the Reverend. Dark Phoenix, which would be the third one in the later, Days of Future Past, second Days of Future Past trilogy of the X-Men, where after they went ahead, they kind of rebooted everything. They went back to the source with Charles Xavier reestablishing the school, or initially establishing the school and all of that. They went ahead, they did, Days of Future Past, then Apocalypse. Yeah, First Class was First Class was like the reboot, and then, but of this, if this was to be a standalone series as far as a trilogy, this would be the third one in that particular set, because these particular characters, especially as far as the children characters went and everything else, did not show up in Days of Future Past, or excuse me, in First Class. All right, so yeah, basically they're bringing this. It looks like 20th Century Fox is with this particular movie. They're at the point where they're like, "Look, we've got it 95% done. It's pretty much out the door. We've already paid for all the marketing and publicity for it. So before, we know that the Disney Fox merger and everything is going through, and before all of the Marvel IPs, whether it be X-Men or Fantastic Four that Fox gets reintroduced or reintegrated into the Marvel fold, this is pretty much kind of like their last hurrah for Fox's iterations of how they handle the X-Men IP, which leaves it in kind of a weird place, because I don't think they're going to be continuing very farther with the cast, but that's something we're going to get into after we actually look at the trailer. Okay, the trailer was dropped out itself on Wednesday, September 26, 2018, and right now on the actual official 20th Century Fox channel, it has over 9 million views. By the time you check it out, it'll probably have over 10 million. But yes, definitely something a lot of people have been looking at. Yeah, if you haven't already seen it, because I know this is going to be a little bit late. But for those who want to follow along, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start looking at this video in 3, 2, and 1, go. Marvel. Oh. Dark Phoenix.
Phoenix.
The X in the circle, just in case you can't get it. All right.
Dark Phoenix.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's return back to our normal view here.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Even though it's been a few days, this is the first time I've actually seen the trailer.
Likewise.
In its entirety. Even though it was dropped out the same day as the Creed trailer was dropped out, and we were thinking about doing a video then, but it's kind of ran out of time and everything else, and we had things IRL pending, so it just wasn't going to happen at the time. What are your thoughts, guys? Initial thoughts. Floor is open.
So, all right. So you have the Dark Phoenix here. You know what, Gray Mouse? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. The characters, it looks like Nightcrawler's there, Cyclops is there, Storm's there, Beast is there, Xavier's there. Pretty much just check mark.
Yeah,
Mystique as
Magneto.
well. Huh?
Magneto.
Yeah, I said Magneto.
Yeah.
I mean, for the trailer, they definitely checked all the check marks of that. But I think one of the conflicts within me is that this is about Dark Phoenix. We never had a movie on the Phoenix or a movie on Jean Grey, more or less. It seems like, you know, as the story goes, we know that she quote unquote turns evil, whatever, right? Or bad. It just seems like that you're just throwing us into like the story at the end of the story. It's like reading the end chapter of a book before reading the beginning of the book. That's the best way. That's the best analogy that I could come up with. Dean?
Is Quicksilver still alive?
Why? So he'd have the best part of the movie again?
No, but I thought he.
Because he didn't die he didn't die in any of the Fox movies.
Are you sure?
No, he didn't die in any of the Fox movies.
No, and when he was running through, yeah. So that's funny because you said it. All right, because Havoc is the one that passed away. Now,
right.
Now, look, he didn't die in any of the Fox movies. It's funny how they killed him off in the Marvel things, but no.
Hey, we're not talking about Marvel. Well, we're not talking about that movie.
This is Marvel stuff.
We're not talking about that movie.
But wait, look. As Gray Mouse just said, you're going to have a Dark Phoenix without actual Phoenix Saga. Okay, so you're going to count the Phoenix Saga as her destroying Apocalypse. You're going to actually count that? You're actually going from there. As to saying, she walked out, she got fiery in midair and killed Apocalypse, and now the Dark Phoenix is not going to be containable anymore.
Right.
Right. They got to tell this story extremely carefully to go on the continuity of what they already showed us with the Fox stuff. But since as Reverend was saying, since the Fox deal is pretty much over with X-Men, are they going to end this properly to the point where we're satisfied, or will they somehow link this with the Disney Marvel stuff?
I don't think there was any collaboration on that. I think this is going to be, in my opinion, I think this is going to be ended with a period, take it as it is, and continue forward in the real Marvel universe.
So that's my thought. They're going to end this here, and then they'll be reborn, whatever.
Right, in the proper way that they should be.
What the X-Men actually going to space and actually?
Well, there are some scenes in it. No, hang on. There were some scenes where they were in a spacecraft, so I did see that.
But
and the thing is, what's fine interesting about this is that they could put, I think the Reverend has said it, and you've said it also, Theme, that they have at the end of Infinity Wars, they had a clean slate with certain individuals, certain characters being disappeared. So this will be a good opportunity for Marvel or for Disney to pick up with I almost said Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and this will bring, since the X-Men have came over, this will be the end, like a period, exclamation point, on Fox's reminiscence of what their version of X-Men were. And then when they move over to Disney, officially, they could actually integrate these characters properly with the Black Widow and all the story that's been involved between her and certain X-Men.
Yeah, but that will ensue that there had to be a different cast.
Well, of course, there's going to be a different cast.
And that will happen. And
they have to have a different cast. If Disney's going to pick up the reins, they got to clean slate it and have a different cast.
That being said, are you interested in seeing this movie because of that? Because there's not going to be anything from this story afterwards. You know damn well that this is it. So if they're going to end this, even though we saw the Days of Future Past and we saw most of these motherfuckers still alive and still in the mansion and still teaching.
So we're completely ignoring the next one that came after that. Go ahead and nod yes. To
What do you
me,
mean, Days of Future Past?
exact. To me, that was the end.
No,
what I'm saying is you saw Wolverine go back to the future. Well, correct.
Right.
And you saw Jean Grey alive again. You saw
Right. That's what I'm saying.
alive, Beast alive,
Oh, right.
Storm alive, Wolverine, Professional. So they're safe. Okay, so again, if Jean Grey dies in this movie, then that just totally messes up the whole continuity of it. So
maybe that's the best way to do it. To end with a period and then start over.
But that means that all the things that Wolverine saw in his future time,
That's through Fox. It's not through Disney.
Yeah, but this is the last movie through Fox, and that has to have continuity to it.
Yeah. Since when did Fox care about continuity in their cinematic universe? So why start now? Rev, I know you've been busting at the gills. Go ahead. Tell us your thoughts, man.
To put it succinctly, and to be as nice as possible, I don't give a fuck about this movie. I really don't. I don't. I give zero fucks. You can scrape the bottom of my boots after a long walk through a mile wild field of fucks. You're not going to find any fucks on the bottom of my boots. Okay. This particular one that's coming out, a lot of people I've had long conversations with folks. With some of them, bigger comic book fans, other ones not so big comic book fans, but they're familiar with the cinematic universes and everything else. The only good thing about the last three Marvel X-Men movies is the fact that Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy fit really well as younger versions of Xavier and Magneto. Okay, They really do fit well as younger versions of Xavier and Magneto. But if you're playing that on again, off again, best frenemy, will they, won't they, split up, fuck, or anything else, it's kind of tired at this moment in time. Okay?
Well, they've done that through the comic books. as
Yeah,
well.
but the thing is that throughout the comic books, at least when things actually happen, things happen in a way where they give it due time for it to go ahead and develop. Okay, there was never a thing. The thing about the comic books is that they are not contained to, okay, what can we go ahead and fit in within 100 minutes on screen?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, that's the simplest way that I can go ahead and explain it. Okay, with this particular one, like I said, the way that it feels is that Fox was like, hey, look, we already have this one pretty much halfway out the door. We already paid the money for the marketing and the publicity and everything else. Originally, it was set to come out in like May or July of 2019. They moved it all the way up to fucking February.
No, that would not have worked.
Yeah, it would not have fucking worked at all because it would have been
destroyed.
It would have gotten killed and completely squashed out of existence between Captain Marvel and the second part of Infinity War. All right, so yeah, it
would have got destroyed.
Yeah, let's not even recognize the fact that abomination called Apocalypse even fucking existed. All right,
it exists because this one came after it. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I like Green Mouse said earlier. My biggest problem with these movies is that they're jumping into Dark Phoenix when they never even had a Phoenix Saga in the first place.
Yeah, that's what Grey Mouse once said, and that's basically the way I feel about it.
Yeah, and I think our biggest issue is not so much that, oh, look, they're not sticking close to the comic book origin with the Shi'ar and the Mechanic Crystal. That really doesn't fucking matter.
No.
As far as the Phoenix character,
right?
Basically, she is the Phoenix character is a bad dream, subconscious boogeyman stuck inside of Jean Grey's mind that happens to come out because of some sort of PTSD trigger. All right, and the thing is that nobody ever fucking explains it. They did this with the first X-Men trilogy.
Yeah.
All right, and they're doing it with this one now. Nobody ever fucking explained it except for the fact that, oh, Professor X just happens to sit there and say, yeah, a troubled kid came to me and I locked this piece away for her own fucking good. And I was like, you're telling this now? Really? This is going to be the whole crux of a goddamn movie that's going to go ahead and go ahead and clean up the whole of this goddamn trilogy. Right. This is the home run, and you're setting it up 30 seconds before she's going to go ahead and start microwaving people and killing people? Is that how it works?
Microwaving.
Well, the thing is, what's interesting is that I think that the either it's going to be through flashbacks or through a time delay. We did see Jean Grey as a child going to Magneto, of all people, for help. And then I guess she got around the going to Xavier, and it looks like she went.
No, Jean Grey as Jean Grey, the student of Xavier, goes to Magneto.
Goes with Magneto.
Oh, okay.
Of all people.
And then
Jean Grey as a child was in that car accident with her parents.
Right.
She reveals and said there's no place like car accident and had a car accident.
Right. So she goes into the CAT scan. Obviously, it's the CAT scan.
CAT scan.
I mean, what else do you want to call it? She goes in there. That's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. And I guess they take a look at her, at what's inside her.
And looking back is this ominous fucking scan that looks like a bird on fire.
Hey.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm looking at the. I'm trying to look at the characters, and
we're trying to.
I mean, so. Like I said, the cast of X-Men are there. The most notable ones are there. I mean, we saw Storm. We saw Cyclops. Huh?
We saw Nightcrawler.
We saw Nightcrawler. We saw Beast. We saw all the guys.
Quicksilver.
And
so is Nightcrawler and Quicksilver, are they going to combine to have the best X-Men? Like Reverend said, is he going to have the best part in the movie? Is Quicksilver going to have the best part in the movie? Is Nightcrawler? Because X2 was the best. The best part of that movie was Nightcrawler
Look,
and Magneto getting out of that prison. But
in
look,
this movie, Nightcrawler's not even going to teleport.
he teleported. He teleported with people. They showed it in the preview.
Okay,
So
that's the
let's
only
not go
time he
there.
does it. That's the only time he does it.
I didn't see Storm use her powers.
I didn't see Cyclops use his.
I didn't see. Yeah, we did see Optic Blast.
I mean, I did see Cyclops, shed some tears for his love for Jean Grey. I did see that.
Is Wolverine going to be in here?
I doubt it.
Nope.
Who's going to play Wolverine?
Who do you think?
No, he said he's
Hugh
done.
Jackman has been in all the other movies when we thought that he wasn't going to be in there.
He said he was done after X2.
Well, this movie was made. What? X2? What?
Done
Wait,
after
wait.
Logan.
He was done after Logan?
Yeah.
he
Is
said
that
he
what
was
you mean?
done. Yeah.
Yeah, he went on record saying, "I'm done."
Hey, that doesn't mean shit.
True.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
True, but I'm just
Look,
saying, he did say that.
yeah, I understand, but that still doesn't mean shit. So is Mystique? Is Mystique still the leader here?
So what messes me up too
She's still
is
sticking
that.
around.
So what messes me up?
Which doesn't make any sense.
So what messes me up too is that doesn't Wolverine have a thing for Jean Grey? Isn't there a love triangle going there?
No, not that.
Not having Wolverine there. I'm just saying.
Reverend, look.
Reverend said it enough just by the look on his face.
Look,
Anyway.
all I'm looking forward to at the end of this movie, if we go see it, okay? Or even if I don't go see it and I get a hold of some cam version of the last 10 seconds of the fucking credits, all right? All I am hoping to see is that at the very end, you know how they always have like the Marvel stingers? I don't need a live action stinger. I just need these words that sit there and say, an all new X-Men will be appearing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming soon. ... That's it.
The X-Men will return in Marvel Phase 4.
So
Yeah,
wait,
and
hang
all
on.
new X-Men
Hang on,
will
guys.
return in Marvel Phase 4.
Guys, so
All
wait,
right.
wait. Let me ask you a question then. So you're telling me that you wouldn't even red box this movie?
No, that costs cash. Fuck that.
I'm just asking. Or you wouldn't go to the land of eye patches and peg legs.
No,
and
that's what the
ferrets.
Reverend was talking about.
I wouldn't even have to see the full movie. I'd only have to see the last 10 seconds of the fucking
Yeah,
credits.
yeah, exactly. You have to see
Oh, but
the
you're
last.
not giving this.
Wait, what if there's a
You're
post?
right. You said you don't give two fucks about this movie.
What if they do? What if they botch this? What if there's a post-credit scene that leaves on a fucking cliffhanger? For Christ's
I
sake!
don't care.
they better go back and re-edit that shit. 'cause there
Like,
ain't no
okay,
more.
all of a sudden, Mister appeared.
You can show up for a fucking toothpaste and toothbrush fucking commercial for all I fucking care.
You know what? What happens if Deadpool shows up?
Oh God!
Look, if he shows up, I will give them kudos for fucking doing that. All right.
Fuck that.
Saying, oh yeah, by the way, guys, I've got tickets to Disneyland. If he fucking shows up and he does that, I will applaud. Whether or not I see a cam version in front of this fucking monitor that I'm sitting in front of, or if I'm at the theater, if I see Deadpool walking by and he's got like season passes to fucking Disneyland, I will fucking applaud. All right.
I would rather have Iron Man appear and blow this fucking screen away and then quit, and that's it.
No.
Fuck Deadpool.
Come on, man. Have him do a Fearless Bueller thing.
No, Iron Man wouldn't say a word. He would just appear and then put his hands out, and the beam will just shoot it up and everything, and that's it.
Iron Man died, so who cares?
No.
he didn't.
Him showing up on a fucking Fox film would be detrimental to the worth of his fucking character.
But he said the next. Well, okay, fine, but look at the movie. It's not going to do. Come on,
Look,
that's probably the best part.
Iron Man better have himself an Iron
So
Horse
wait.
suit if he fucking does that.
Guys, wait.
I will show up in any other fucking movie for change. All
Guys,
right, that's
wait.
what it will say. and big
Guys,
LED
wait.
lights.
Okay, would you rather have
Wait,
Captain America,
hang
would you rather
on.
have Captain America throw his shield?
No, hang on, guys.
No.
Wait. The thing just said something. He just said, he asked, I can't even come to grips with this at all. I mean, so you said that Mystique, is she the leader again?
I said that, yeah.
No. So wait.
That just clicked.
So what? No. So why is Cyclops there?
He's under the tutelage of Professor X. And Mystique, when Mystique goes away, he becomes the leader. That's the way they got this.
So they're gonna pull a fuck Batman.
Oh no, please.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I
No,
know
you see, at least their characters actually look like the characters in the comic books now, with the gaudy, yellow and blue fucking X's.
They actually did that.
In that fucking, teaser trailer for the Swedish competition.
Mm-hmm.
Other than a few characters, I don't know what the fuck they were showing on screen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another video,
Yeah,
all right, altogether.
So,
I can't believe you guys are ripping this trailer.
why?
I am not. Oh, no, hold on.
We're going by what we're seeing, and
No, hold on 1 second. Let me be clear. I am not ripping this trailer, okay? I am just expressing how glad I am that the X-Men IP is no longer going to be under the auspices of Fox. That is going to eventually go to Marvel.
Eventually.
Look, this is remnants of a production and an era that is soon to be gone. Okay?
And soon
Just like Jim Crow and the Dixie Mason line, okay? Okay, this is something that can go away, and it doesn't have to fucking come back.
No,
right?
no. This has been under Fox.
Oh, you went there, Reverend?
Wait a minute. This IP has been
Under
with
Jim
Fox
Crow laws, I wouldn't have the job I have right now.
Wow.
The funniest thing about this, the X-Men has been under Fox for what? Since the cartoon X-Men in the fucking 90s, for over 2 decades? Yeah. So now, the cartoon X-Men wasn't bad, but the cinematic movies have been didn't follow any continuity of what we're used to. Now, when Marvel actually incorporates them and does this shit right, look what they did to Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Look, all I'm looking forward to is the point when it's an actual when they handle the X-Men, that's actually going to be an X-Men set of movies, not Wolverine and his buddies in the fucked up suits.
What will be funny? At the end of this movie, at the end of this Dark Phoenix movie, they all turn to ash and they disappear.
I think people will be assaulted by that.
No, I think if they did that, and like I said, they just have the stinger, that's just words, and all new X-Men will appear in the Marvel Universe
exactly
at a later time.
People are coming soon.
Or Thanos appears, snaps his fingers, everybody turns.
I was going to say Thanos too, right? after they put down the Dark Phoenix, they snap, and Thanos comes in there and does this. And then
who else is going to defeat Dark Phoenix?
No. Let's keep it under the auspices of Fox.
I know,
and allow them to do this. Let's have Deadpool show up with the fucking gauntlet and do this, and have everybody go to fucking Ash.
Oh, that would be bad.
No,
I would laugh my ass off if Deadpool. I can see him do some comic shit like that, man.
No. Or is it Dark Phoenix is the one that's going to turn everyone into ash and that's it?
She was doing that in the third X-Men movie.
Oh God, no! God, that was ridiculous. And actually, after they restarted that, everybody's like, "Okay, this series has a chance," and they fucked it up again. How do you restart this shit and then still fuck this up?
Just like I said at the opening statement of our video here, I really feel that I'm reading a Japanese book, meaning that I'm reading a book from the last chapter all the way to the fourth chapter. It's very disingenuous, I think, that they think that, and I understand that, a lot of money went into this, but the thing is that they're, DC, let's just put it this way. All the, Fox and DC are both fighting to get a little piece of the pie that Marvel started 10 years ago. And by putting out these movies that they're trying to rush something that should not be rushed. I'm sure that people, and I understand why Fox has to do it because, the IPs are going over to Marvel, to Disney.
They didn't have to.
Right. They didn't, but
they didn't have to put this out.
Right. The thing is that it's disservice to people that read the comic books in the 80s, enjoy the comic books in the 70s, know the series, know the characters, and you're reading it's like doing a book report back in school. Yes, we did book reports back in school. Like reading the back of a book and thinking that you could read the whole book and then write a report on the last page of the book.
No.
And turn it in and expect an A.
No.
No, it's not going to happen. No.
So, I mean, with this movie, seeing it, regardless if it's in the theater or renting it on Redbox later, or having it streamed through your cable box or whatever, or streaming it through YouTube or whatever.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be. I mean, even if I do see it, I'm not going to be excited about it. Maybe I'll just be curious of what the results are going to be, or I'm just going to be like the Reverend and fast forward all the way to the fucking end and see what they do there. Because that's probably going to be the most interesting part, is the mid credits or past credits, if they had that shit.
Right. I mean, it very well may be one of those bad movie night movies.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
What, next to Sharktopus and
Sharknado and all those good ones that are so bad.
Have they made 5 Sharknado? But okay, wait. I'm not looking forward to this just because it's not going to mean anything. This is it. This is it from Fox and X-Men, and I don't even think they should bring this out to tell this fucking story that they're not even going to tell correctly. That's most likely going to be done again in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and told right.
Told better.
Told right. Within the next 3 to 4 fucking years, they could, in that amount of time, they could retell that X-Men shit the way it's supposed to be told, and then incorporate them the way they're supposed to be incorporated in the cinematic universe. That's just the way I feel about it.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up here, because I really don't think we have much more else to say of this that's going to be different from what we've already said. Like I said, generally speaking, as far as this movie goes, I'm not very interested, if that hasn't been obvious. Okay, I'm more interested to see how they go ahead, and if they even acknowledge the fact that Marvel is going to be taking over, and if they go ahead and do any sort of acknowledgement to go ahead and pass it on. Okay, if they don't, that's fine also, because guess what? Like I said, this particular movie, yeah, it's going to happen anyway. And with this particular movie, with it coming out, it really screams that, when the Marvel and Disney merger and everything, when that purchase was going through, when the Fox and Disney merger was going through, that purchase was going through, it wasn't like Fox could sit there and stop everything and say, oh, no, we've got to wait until we see the okay on this. No, they handled business like usual, all right? And people knew about all of this stuff going on since December of last fucking year.
Exactly.
Okay?
So it's kind of an insult.
Yeah, no, not so much. I mean, with them bringing out this movie, it's just one of those things where, like I said, it came down to the end where it was like, hey, look, we pretty much got this thing 90% out the door. We might as well let it go out in the wild. When it goes out in the wild, guess what? It'll bring back, if it brings back money, it's not only going to bring back money for Fox, it's going to be bringing back money for Fox and Disney and everything else, because they're going to be controlling all of that stuff. Okay, so like I said, if Disney or Fox decides not to go ahead and do anything as far as recognizing a passing of the torch and the fact that it's things are going to be changing hands, that's fine. The only thing, if they don't do that, that's fine. I'll go ahead and I'll wait the next year or two. And I'll see what comes up in Phase 4 or Phase 5 with what Marvel has planned for the X-Men and possibly the Fantastic Four, if that's the case. Okay.
So, can I interject? Real quick? I know we got like a few minutes left. Just real quick. What I'm worried about is this movie doesn't succeed, because I think Disney is going to eye this movie as in, is there interest in this IP, in the X-Men IP, whether or not it's going to be suitable to make, to make a movie out of it. And that's one of my concerns.
No,
it's not under their direction or their direction.
Yeah, they're gonna sit there. They're gonna treat it just like Spider-Man. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The last two Amazing Spider-Mans, they lost money. They didn't make anywhere near as much money as they wanted to. They still took Spider-Man and did Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Still did Homecoming.
Because guess what? They're like, hey, you know what? Let me take this boy from you. Let me treat him right for a little bit. Let me give him.
Let me show you how it's done.
Dignity. I'll cut his hair. I'll clean behind his ear. I'll get him a new suit, and some new shoes and everything else. Even give him a brand new fucking job, and let's see how he fucking does. All right. They're going to be doing the same with another set of orphans and another, fantastic set of 4 other familiar superheroes and other shit like that.
Right.
Another set of orphans.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to treat it. Okay, and that's really what I'm waiting for. All right, so yeah, this movie, let it come out. It doesn't matter. It's gonna happen. I just want to see what happens. Phase 4, Phase 5. All right.
Right.
That all being said, we want to know what you think about this particular trailer. We want to let you know. We want to know what you think about what Marvel's going to do with the X-Men once they get a hold of it. Possibly the Fantastic Four also, since all that stuff is now pretty much official. Let us know. Comments below. You know where it's at. Thumbs up, thumbs down appropriately. And if you're really interested in our videos, we do suggest subscribing and turning on those notifications. With that, all of our bullshit on the Dark Phoenix trailer, I mean bullshit, ends right here. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
And I'm Gray Mouse 1.
All forms of entertainment has the right to exist if you feel like it. Credits.
New orphans, huh?
New orphans.
Soon to be ex-orphans. Or fantastic orphans.